Hello students, welcome Hoshamdeep and Hosh Galdinas. Today we are going to discuss the remaining part of our discussion on modernist drama. Yesterday we discussed drama of ideas and the realistic drama. Today I am going to continue the discussion from the third type of drama we can find in the history of modernist drama. The third type of drama is the romantic drama. It wasn't exactly the type of drama that was written the in and around the romantic era, but it was somehow in its manners and trends it was near to the romantic zeal. So the earlier dramatists of the 20th century, they were realist, but with the passage of time, romantic age has witnessed some new trends, and those trends were emerged in the form of the romantic zeal. So romanticism which was long forgotten and was a memory of the Elizabethan drama, because the romantic zeal and the platonic love was normally found in the Elizabethan dramas, but it was revived in the modernist age at the hands of Sir J.M. Barrie's place. So the romantic zeal in the modernist drama can be found in the plays of Sir J.M. Barrie. So with his efforts, there came a new wave of romanticism in modern drama, and it swept over modern drama for some years of the 20th century. Not exactly in the earlier phase of the modern age, but somehow in the middle of the age there was a time period. During that time period, there was a trend towards, or there was an inclination towards romanticism or romantic drama in the modernist scheme of dramatization or drama writing. The next type of drama we find in modernist age is the poetic drama. So the fourth type is the poetic dramas, and T.S. Eliot was the representative of poetic plays in the modern era. It was aimed, this very type of drama, the poetic drama, it was aimed to resist against the realistic prose drama. So as I have already told you that the realism, naturalism, and all these correlated concepts, they were going in parallel during the modern age. That's why modern age is fertile in terms of the types of dramas. The dramatists who had given importance to the poetic plays, and they were against the realistic prose drama of the modernist time period, they are Stephen Phillips, John Drinkwater, W.B. Yeats, and these are some playwrights who can be considered as the creators and the pioneers of the poetic plays in the modern age. The next type of drama we find in the history of English literature, in the history of modernist age, is the historical and biographical drama. Yes, the historical and biographical plays, they were also written during the modernist age, and historical and biographical plays, they were emerged as a new trend, and they were written in the diverse angles. Like when we talk about the revision of the historical and biographical plays in modern and postmodernist literature, then we can find some of the some of the playwrights who are just trying to treat the historical themes in a very diverse way. Their treatment is very diverse. Like the example of Tom Stoppard's drama of Hamlet is extremely significant in terms of my debate, because Tom Stoppard is one of those modernist dramatists who tried to rewrite the previous dramas, historical dramas, and he tried to rewrite Hamlet, but his Hamlet isn't named after the name of Prince Hamlet, but his drama of Hamlet is known as Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Why he just named after this play from the very minor characters? This was in fact modernist dramatists way to speak for the common man, to reflect common man, to represent common man and the suffering and meaninglessness of common man's life. So Rosencrantz and Guildensterns, they are the representative of common man in the play. Well, this was the case of diverse angle of drama. Some other very extraordinary dramas, historical dramas, or biographical dramas are written by the playwrights like G.B. Shaw. G.B. Shaw's Saint Joan and Caesar and Cleopatra, they are the very excellent plays of modern era, not only in terms of their historical bent, but also the way in the way George Bernard Shaw treats his subject matter. His representation of Saint Joan and his representation of Caesar and Cleopatra, they are extraordinarily different from the previous ages. So in his representations, we can find the spirit of modern man, who is so much inclined towards the advancement of civilization, knowledge, and science. When we talk about Shaw's Saint Joan and Caesar and Cleopatra, the debate prolongs because Shaw is one of the representative dramatists of modern era who have just coined a few terms like the term of Superman, although it wasn't directly coined by Bernard Shaw. It was basically the concept of Nietzsche. But in Shaw's plays, we can find the spirit of the life force and Superman. We can find it reflecting in the plays of George Bernard Shaw. So George Bernard Shaw's plays, historical plays, are very unique and they're very innovative in their approach. Then John Drinkwater's Abraham Lincoln and Mary Stuart are also some important modernist historical and biographical plays. Another thing we find common in the modernist drama is the representation of Irish movement. The Celtic revival in literature brought a new trend in modern English drama, and it was introduced by the Irish dramatists. And these Irish dramatists, as we all know, they include James Synge and T.C. Murray. This type of drama means the drama that is inspired of the Irish movement and the drama that aims to reflect the Irish nationalism or the Irish nationalist. This type of drama, somehow it cannot be considered as a realistic drama, because this type of drama, it was just negotiated the element of reality, and it created the element of hope for the Irish freedom in the Irish people, because the focal aim behind this drama was to create a sense of nationalism in Irish people or in the people of Ireland. Then another thing we find reviving in the modern time period is the comedy of manners. Comedy of manners, as we all know, is the type of drama that got popularity during the Restoration time period, but it got its revival in the modernist time as well. And the comedy of manner It also seeks its revival in the modernist drama, in modern drama, and in the modernist literature. And who are the representative writers of the comedy of manners? They are Oscar Wilde, Somerset Maugham, and Howard. Well, it wasn't only comedy of manners wasn't only specific to the drama in modern times. Rather, comedy of manners was also written in the form of novels as well. Well, these are the representative figures of the comedy of manners in the modernist age. And it wasn't, however, this comedy of manners that was written in the modernist time period, it could not get popularity, and that's why it wasn't as celebrated and successful as it was in the restoration time period. So it wasn't like the comedy of manners that was written in the restoration era. Then when we talk about the modernist isms and modernist movements, then there come the very favorite movements like Impressionism, Expressionism, and Imagism. Just like the other genres of English literature in the modernist time period, Impressionism, Expressionism, and Symbolism, they can also be found in the modernist drama. In this type of plays, the representative plays are the impressionistic plays of W.B. Yeats. So W.B. Yeats is the representative impressionist dramatist. The main effort in this type of drama is the direction of recreating the experience of the artist and his impressions about reality, rather than in presenting reality as it is. So impressionism aims to reflect the artist's angle of reality, or the dramatist's angle of reality, not as the reality for the society, but how a person views reality. Impressionism basically shows this sort of place, or this sort of notions. It conveys this sort of notions. Impressionistic drama seeks to suggest the impressions on the artist, rather than making an explicit statement about the objective characteristics of things or objects of drama. So artist's vision of reality was presented by this type of plays that can be considered as impressionistic plays, or this thing can also be taken as impressionism in modernist drama. Then comes expressionism. As I have already told you, that expressionism can be taken as post impressionism. So it's a movement that tries to express the feelings and emotions of the people rather than objects and events. Expressionism is another important feature of modernist drama. Basically, expressionism got popularity in art initially, but later on it was followed by the novelist and the dramatist of the modern age as well. It marks an extreme reaction against the naturalism. So expressionism, when we talk about realism, there is a counter narrative that comes against realism, and that is known as naturalism or social Darwinism. And in order to cope with the social Darwinism, there comes another movement, and that is expressionism. And we can find the traces of expressionism, its anti-naturalistic stance in the expressionist literature. So this was all about the modernist drama and the types of dramas that can be found in the modernist time period. We can find a lot of, because modernism, modern age is the age of experimentation and transition, and secondly, it is also followed by two major world wars. So all these things, and the most important thing is the conversion of monarchy into the democratic government. All these things have made a great impact on the literature of modernist time, and that's why it's so pulpy, and that's why it's so experimental, and it is so innovative, and rather we can say it's very dynamic, not only in terms of the poetry and drama. Modernist novel is also extraordinarily experimental in its nature. So I have tried my best to concisely discuss all the features of modernist drama, major dramatists of the modernist time period, and the movements that were just dominating the themes and trends of modernist drama. Thank you so much for today. Kindly like and watch our videos, and try to watch the complete videos, and share our channel with your fellow students, with your friends, and try to promote our efforts. Thank you so much for today. See you in the next video with some new topic, or with some new debate on some genre of English literature. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.